We're going to compare scores in different exams that have the same means but different scores. So let's have a look, and we're going to work out on which exam the student did better. To do that, we're going to use standardised scores. So I'm going to write that down. So standardised, or Z scores. And I'm going to put that little dash in the Z so it doesn't look like a 2, because I'm aware of how absolutely appalling my writing is on this. Now, the way you use the Z-score formula, the formula of Z is the actual score minus the mean over the standard deviation. So if I want to have a look at the first subject, and the first subject here is chemistry, then I'm going to say in chem, the student actually scored 67. The mean was 58. The standard deviation is 5. And so then I need to put that data into the calculator. And what I'm going to write is that my Z score will equal 67 minus 58 all over 5. And we'll work out a number for that. So what I'm going to do is go over to this calculator. Now I want you to have a look at the way I enter this, because if we don't put our numbers in correctly, we could get into some trouble here. So I'll go to main, and then I will go to keyboard, because I want to work out this 67 minus 58 over 5, and I want to make sure I get the fraction right. That's the point of this little interlude here. So I hit keyboard, and this little button here, that's my fraction button. And now I can type in my numbers, 67 minus 58 over 5. And if I press go, then I get an answer of 9 over 5. Now 9 over 5 might be correct, but it's not really desirable. What I'm looking for in further maths is a decimal. So it's a great idea where this says standard to set it to decimal. And then every calculation you do, you're going to get as a decimal. So I can work out that my Z score for chemistry was 1.8. That means that this student, and that's a positive, plus 1.8, it's not a negative over here. That means this student scored 1.8 standard deviations above the mean for chemistry. Now, let's have a look for English. So what I'll do is I'll write down English here, and we'll do the same thing. And I love it when you list the values that you have here, because if you list your values, then the examiner can see exactly what you're thinking, and the examiners love that stuff. So they scored 72, the mean was 58, and the standard deviation for English was 12. Now when I put that into my formula, my Z score equals 72 minus 58 over 12, and I'm going to do the same thing with the calculator. So into the fraction button, 72 minus 58 over 12, and I get an answer of 1.17. And again, that's a positive, and it's positive because they scored above the mean. If you score below the mean, you'll get a negative. So if chemistry is a 1.8 score and English is 1.17, so which exam did the student do the best in? Chemistry. And that's compared with the other students in their cohort. So your Z scores compare your score with the population that did that exact same exam.
If you found this video helpful, please subscribe or like. Thanks.